Hello, travelers, and welcome to The Void. Today I'm going to be reading a paper called An In-Depth Study of the Intricacies of the Human Experience. So, let's get started. Author redacted. May 12th, 2026. An in-depth study of the intricacies of the human experience. These are words. Blah 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 blah. These are some more words, professional sciencey words. Blah 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 blah. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell or something. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Words. Word. More random nonsense. Blah 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 blah. This is only on type words, no copy paste. Blah 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 blah. Charles Darwin and the theory of evolution by natural selection or something like that. Blah 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 blah. Gregor Mendel. Blah 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 blah. Carl Linnaeus, zucchini is a berry. Blah blah blah. Abba ba 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 ba. Bab abab abab. Bab abab abba. Ba 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 da baba. Gupa las baba. Words. These are definitely words. The taco in the salad is the words in the word salad of briefcase, banana briefcase, pencil case. Yes, these are very important words. Very, very important. Remember, banana briefcase in the pencil case, word salad, taco, sky rain. Yes, banana briefcase in the pencil case, word salad, taco, sky rain. A blah, 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 blah. Alakazam, wee-woo, burger sword. Blah, blah, blah. Do you ever think about the meaning of life? What about the meaning of taco cat, cheeseburger, pizza clown? I always wonder about the meaning of taco cat, cheeseburger, pizza clown. My favorite food is word salad. In the beginning, there were words, and then some more words, and then some more words, and more words, and more words, and I'm getting bored. Taco cat, burger clown, pizza clown, burger with cheese on the onion bun. Boredom is an important factor, and I'm being asleep right now, night. We like words. Word. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, sorry. Blah, 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 ba, blah, ba, ba. Ba 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 blah. A ba 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 a ba ba. Werbs, blarg, words. I like words. I like trains. Train, burger, pizza, taco, pineapple sauce. This is a very important scientific study paper that is why it is in MLA format, as all good and reliable research papers are in MLA format. Here is a quote. According to all known laws of aviation, a burger is the most aerodynamic thing in existence. Trust. Trust stands for Trust Me Bro University, a very credible source according to trustmebrouniversity.blog. Blah 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 blah. That isn't a real website, by the way. Who knows? Words. I like the words. The words are fun to write. Blah 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 detritus. Worms. Foods. Like burger. Life. It has a meaning, maybe. Not. Probably not. Who knows? Box burger waterhole. Mud. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah blabber blab. Blah 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 blah. I have no clue what the heck I'm saying, but this is very important and should be studied in schools across the globe. It's very important that the human race knows this information as a whole. Indeed, Taco Cat got to the dog in the marketplace of pizza, burger, cheese, and the basket case of mental health medications in the World Cup series. There isn't any sentence completed on Chromebook. I did just write that entire sentence by hand. Steak. Boing. Blah 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 blahage. Sharks, sharky boys, sea puppies. The attention deficit hyperactivity disorder is kicking in hard. Word association. Words. Words. Wrong. Correct. Incorrect. Why? Because I can. When the words are not doing the thing that the words do sometimes, when the words read the words in the words and the words word the words in the words incorrectly, then you should read the words in the word salad because I told you to. Have you ever written the words in the word in the word salad, words in the moon on a summer day, in the middle of the night, in the afternoon, with your pet rock cat thing, in the daytime, in the nighttime, when the narwhal bacons at midnight, when the ravens crow at the caws and the crows raven at the croaks? Yes or no? Why? When the words and the words do the thing with the words where the words do word stuff correctly, you should celebrate because words do the word things or they do the thing where and I don't remember. If the words don't do the word thing where the words do the words and they do it correctly but instead do it incorrectly, you may have dyslexia. When the words are words but not words but they do make sense but not actually, but in reality they are numbers, but you are drunk with the words because they don't make sense but they do make sense because they are words, but you can read them but you can't read them but they're actually numbers in algebraic notation, then you should probably see a psychiatrist because I have no clue what that means. Words are words and words are hard, and hard means difficult but sometimes it doesn't. Welcome to the English language. Enlightenment. When the words in the words, when the words in the salad, in the taco, cat, burger, cheese, beans, in the salad, in the words, when the markers in the pencil case, in the briefcase, in the bananas, in the bandanas, in the Bahamas, in the words, when they finally make sense, but not actually because you read it wrong, but you didn't actually read it wrong, when the Bahamas is actually Jamaica. Hi, Christopher Columbus. Welcome to India. Would you like some bananas? Maybe some textiles or fur coats? When the world is flat but actually round, and the words that make sense but don't make sense, in the Surrealist Painting Movement by Vincent van Gogh and Donatello from the Teenage... Makes sense in the Surrealist Painting Movement by Vincent van Gogh and Donatello from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Salvador Dali invented Mars. Blah 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 blah. Beep bop beep boop bee. To be or not to be, that is not a question, that is an answer. Hi, goodbye. When the fire is cold, but the ice is burning hot and gives you blisters on your hands because the ice was fire and the fire was ice and you're in Antarctica, but actually you're in Australia. That's amore. Pixie dust fairies in the pizza place. What in Kentucky Fried Tarnation? Brain blast. Copyright infringement was invented in 1817 by Robert Gare. Wait, no, that was cardboard boxes. When the laughing gaggle of geese dance in the moonlight and eat pizza by sunrise, in the darkness of midnight with mumbling, bumbling mice with bumbles of bees in the hives of the sun, it's probably best to run. My brain has melted into mush, and the words that make the sentences that give meaning to the words do not make the sense of the brain in my head. I have heat stroke. When the stroke of the heat, the fried the brain of the fries in the bag, in the basket, in the egg of the outside, in the oven, in the cold food of out the hot food. In the beginning there was Garfield in the field of lasagna and the bologna. The human mind is an enigma of complete gibberish when the meaning is in the salad of words through which meaning is given, but not actually because a broken clock is right all of the time. Time does not exist in the madman's world, but in reality only the sane are free of time because time is an illusion and the dinosaurs were made up by NASA. Robot Steak swimming in the pool dancing to What's Going On by Elio May. In the square of the circle in the summer cold, in the winter heat, in the frostbitten infernos of purgatory, when the bacon pancakes. Blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Beep boop beep ba. I am an alien. Morgibee. Babblescap. Meep bo bop. Beep bo papa da. Rah rah rah. Bad romance. When the cupid in the sky of the ocean and the pizza sauce is in the pineapple. Pineapple on pizza? That's a felony. Many mumbling mice making midnight music in the moonlight, mighty nice. 7 slimy sailors sailed the 7 salty seas. Betty Butter bought some butter, but she said Betty Butter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter, but a bit of better butter will make my batter better. So it was better Betty Butter bought a bit of better butter. Alligators riding motorcycles in the Bahamas. No, crocodiles riding unicycles in Jamaica. Same difference. Frogs in the toads on the toadstools in the winter of summer and the summer of winter and the fall and spring of June and July and March and April and May and June and July and August and September and October and November and December and January and February and March and April and May and June and July and August and September. Do you remember dancing in March and April and in the clouds of the cold in the heat of September and the blistering summers of December in the northern hemisphere? Bacon, 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 bacon. The white walls of the puffy white cloud room of the Looney Tunes loony bin in the walls. I'm a rat. Crazy? I was crazy once. We all were. I still am. Wee! wee woo, blah 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 blog. Eepers mwop. Weepsies bogs. Lollipop. Hickamakabop. Skipito. Skip it up. Skip it up, Beto. Pause. Lofty Markers in the Rain, Wee Woo Ambulance, Trendsetter by Connor Price at 2 times speed. Blah 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 blah, I'm getting bored. Boredom, ba 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 ba. So, do I look productive? I feel like I look productive. I am very focused right now. My brain is a monkey in a pool of jello on the opposite side of the moon in the daytime. In conclusion, blah 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 blog, baff blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah blat var black blast blah da ba abab ba 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 blah ba ba. Words, words, these are words. Cited of the sources: Chad, cool guy, The Aerodynamics of Burgers and How It Will Totally Get You a Girl, TrustMeBroUniversity.blog, TrustMeBroUniversity, April 6th, 2020, www.trustmebrouniversity.blog/aerodynamic burgers and hot chicks 4206912, access 12 May 26, 2026. Anyways, that was an in-depth study of the intricacies of the human experience. A very professional study that was not peer-reviewed whatsoever. And I just read it. And by not peer-reviewed whatsoever, I mean I wrote it. It was me. I was the author, guys. Me. I wrote this. Me. I was crazy. I was bored. Anyways, bye.